kitty cat. Hope you're ready. Come on down to your mats. You stay, honey. Okay. Welcome, let's get started. We can have a comfortable seat. If you like child's pose, extended child's pose, come to your hands and knees, bring your big toes to touch. Stretch your arms out long. If you'd like to be on your back, that's another option, or even sitting. Maybe you have a firm pillow for this class, maybe a book or a block, a chair. We'll come to this place where we can center and ground. You can close your eyes. If you're lying down, feel the ground supporting you. If you're sitting, feel your sitting bones connecting you. Long spine, like your head is a helium balloon reaching, shoulders soften away from your ears. And we breathe. Big breath in, feel your rib cage and lungs expanding. Let it go through your mouth. Sigh it out. Few more just to make some space. And let it go. When you feel ready, Ujjayi Pranayama is that fancy breath we use in yoga, vinyasa flow, where we can seal our lips, create a little texture with our breath. Hear it and feel it. If you were to put a mirror or a piece of glass in front of your nose when you exhaled, it would fog up. And that's our job here, to stay in this present moment. Slow down. Become mindful and calm. Finding acceptance for the body of the day. How we talk to ourselves really does matter. I love yoga because it's non-competitive. It's always changing our practice, as are we. The way we talk to ourselves through a challenge does matter. Listening in to the body, what feels okay today, where we can dig deeper, where maybe we don't want to, and we choose to reset and rest, make it more a restorative practice. You get to decide. Let's take a few more breaths. We'll sync it up together. Inhale. Exhale. We'll find our way back to our tabletop. Well, to our tabletop. Carefully come there. If you need a pad under your knee, please feel free to make yourself comfortable. Wrists also may need a little padding or come to your fists if that feels better. Let's inhale cow and exhale cat. Let it be organic, like you're waking up and stretching. Press the ground away. Nod your head a little. Inhale cow. I like to take a lot of time to stretch. First thing in the morning, especially, so let's just move maybe side to side or diagonally. Figure eights with your shoulders, little infinities. And we'll find a neutral spine. Let's reach. I'm going to start with the left arm high so you can see what I'm doing. We're going to thread the needle. Inhale, lift, reach higher. If it feels better to bend your arm for your shoulder, please do. And we can reach through. You can pause here. Come on down. Left arm can reach forward as you press your fingertips into the ground. Pull the shoulder head back into its socket. Lengthening. Your hips can be way up high or reaching towards your heels, any amount. It's all how you feel today. Other options, you can take your palms together, press into the ground, or a rack. Some people like that as you open up through that right shoulder. Breath, Ujjayi Pranayama, will guide us through the practice. One breath at a time. Calm and present. Return your right arm down. Lift your left arm high as you inhale. You can open up and bring that left hand down. Let's switch out now. Right arm reaches. And if you want to roll your shoulder with your arm bent, that's beautiful. You listen in. Reach and thread your needle on this side. And feel free to soften down. The right side of your face connects to your mat. The muscular part of your shoulder is pressing into the ground. And we can soften in and take any arm variations you'd like to on this side. Where can we find some length and twist in our spine? Letting our breath help us. Sometimes I like to say a little mantra. Inhale, create space. Exhale, let go of tension. But there are a lot of things you could say. Inhale, right arm high. And exhale down. You can inhale, calm. Exhale, love. Acceptance. Let's roll out our wrists a little bit here. Placing the back of your hand gently on the ground. And we're going to take a little hip stretch. So sometimes I bring a block in front of me, brings the ground higher. Send your right leg high. Just move around in that hip. You can reach back, flex your foot. This is a little half split. Even okay to get a stretch with your leg bent. It's so nice to let go of expectations. Just allow yourself to feel it and be where you are. Move it to the other side. Let's bring the left leg forward. It may feel different from side to side, totally normal. Remember, you can press the music link if you want some music to listen to, or maybe you have your own. Let's take a crescent moon now. So we're going to bring our right foot forward. If you want to have any extra padding on that back knee, you can fold your mat or bring a blanket underneath. Let's bring our hands to our right thigh and lift up through the hips and send them forward. Any amount. You can always use a block here. Brings the ground to your fingers, gives you something to press into so you can lift away. And reach your arms up, hold that sunshine. Send it some of your energy as well. We'll charge the sun will charge us. We're all connected. Hands can come to the heart if you want a little twist here. Press your palms together, reach your heart towards your fingers. You can stay here. You could bring that elbow towards the outside of the right leg and lengthen, lift, stack your wrists and forearms as best as you can. Another option is to open up big. You choose what works for you today. Sending you love, hands together, and bring yourself back down. Just take a moment here to stretch, keeping your foot in front of your knee. And we'll switch out. We'll take our crescent move on the other side now. Maybe bring the fold to your mat as you bring the left leg through. The foot can be down, the top of the foot down. More sensation. You can curl your toes under. Lift up through the hips, shift it forward. And know that you can press into a block. I love using props. Helps to bring some support, lean on me, right? Allowing yourself that breath to allow you to soften, take your time, half split, flex your feet, shift your hips towards that back heel, and hello hamstring, good morning to you. And you can fold forward any amount, relaxing through the shoulders. We'll get there to all these parts that hold tension in our body. Shift it forward, and we'll find ourselves coming into our first down dog. You can spread your fingers out wide, shoulder distant. Curl the toes underneath and lift your hips up high. That's the top of our triangle here. You can pedal out your feet one at a time. You can always keep your legs bent and see how you can lift up higher and press the ground away and get a longer spine. Armpits and elbows come inward a little. That helps you to round your upper back. Relaxing your head, and then maybe your heels come towards the ground. They don't have to touch, but they're also reaching towards the back, molding. Looking forward, we'll bend our legs, inhale, and exhale. We come to a wide-legged forward fold here. We can grasp opposite forearms or elbows. If that feels too much, use a chair. You can always use a chair to lean on, or a filing cabinet, or a counter. If you feel okay, let your ribs rest against your legs, bend your legs, reverse your arm grip if you'd like to. We're going to take an IT band stretch next. So let's bring our right foot behind the left. And here we're going to, you can always use a chair or a block. Press into your right hip area. Press in there. You can bend your legs, stretching through that right IT band. Comes from the hip all the way down to the tibia. I think the I is ischial for the hip. Let's come back and bring the left leg behind the right. And now stretching to the left hip side, feeling that stretch. Letting go, tension, with that beautiful Ujjayi pranayama, keeping us present and focused. Let's bring our feet back, and let's take a halfway lift, each hand to either your shins, your thighs, even airplane arms if you like. Pull that navel in, lengthen from your crown to the tailbone, and fold. We'll rise up. Bring our hands together overhead to that heart center. Exhale, feel how you can find that long line of energy. Grow your roots from your feet. Lift your kneecaps a little, squeeze those legs together. Navel to spine, shoulders away from our ears, ears over shoulders. Imagine we've got a beam of light coming out the crown of our head and beyond. We'll bloom where we're planted here. Sending out an intention. We'll feel nice. All this beautiful energy that we gather up here, we can send out to the world, people in need, something you need a little more of this morning. Shut your eyes. We'll prepare by exhaling our breath. And fill up with a new fresh breath in. With a unified exhale, let it go. Beautiful. Open your eyes, release your hands, and let's take our hands up overhead. We'll stretch out our shoulders, our side body. Take a little sway to the right. Come back to center and a sway to the left. Maybe you are gazing upward towards your elbows. Let's open twist, right arm back, left arm forward, hips stay forward. Inhale, Tadasana. Exhale, open twist to the left. Palms are lifted, fingertips reaching front and back. You can always pull your elbows in towards your body if it feels better. Let's take a little heart opener next to back bend. Reach your heart up, elbows wide. Palms together as we forward fold. Hinge down, letting our heart guide us down. Halfway lift. Some people like to press into their legs. Airplane arms. And a fold. We're going to find a chair pose next. And you can imagine that you are sitting right here in a chair. So you can press towards your heels a little to help your glutes and your quads engage. You can feel the difference. From your toes, you're in your knees more, and from your heels, you can really engage. Scoop the belly if you want any arm variation. They can stay there, reach up, or airplane. We breathe through these challenges, finding grace and grit. Forward fold, release. Okay, from here we're going to move into a plank. Plant your palms, step your feet back, shift forward, finding a nice long line of energy. Your hips in line with your shoulders, so not up too high or not drooping. You can always come to the knees. You can come to your forearms and hold a plank here if that feels better today in your body. You can come to Cobra or upward facing dog, and we'll meet again in downward facing dog or tabletop. Please feel free to use tabletop in place of your down dog. Breath in and breath out. So when I say your vinyasa, you get to choose what works for you. Looking forward, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Step it forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Let's rise to chair. And squeeze those legs together. You could put a ball or a block in between your legs. Fire it up. Sit a little lower towards your heels. And you want to airplane arms or take a variation, you can. We're going to rise on up. Hands to heart. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale up. Take your sway to the right. Back to center. Sway to the left. Inhale, center, open, twist. Inhale up. Exhale, open, twist, rounded and long. A little back bend. Reach up. Some people might like the support of their lower back. Some people might like to bring their hands behind their head. Any way you like. Forward fold. Halfway lift time for your vinyasa. You could come to a plank, a modified plank, cobra, upward facing dog with your breath. Find that long body. Let your breath guide you. Elbows squeeze by your body. If you're coming to cobra or upward facing dog, you could always come from your knees to upward facing dog by planting your feet, reaching up, open up through those collarbones, relax your face. You can come back. Always know you can reset. Downward facing dog is where we meet. One more sunny. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, looking forward. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold, chair pose, you got it. Maybe you can sink a little lower. Reach towards those heels or tailbone back. Squeeze the legs together. Any arm variation. We're gonna rise. Reach it up. Hands to heart. Slow down that heart rate. With the breath. Love that breath. Lets us go inward. Slow down. Inhale, Tadasana. Take your sway to the right. As you move, we warm up. Open twist, right arm back. Left arm forward, like we could gently swipe our fingertips to the front and back. Keep yourself grounded and long. A little back bend if you like it. Reach up. Open up through that chest wall. Forward fold. Hinge from your heart. Hinge from those hips. Halfway lift, lengthen long. Your vinyasa. You find your way. You can hold a plank. Or shift forward as you move into cobra or upward facing dog. Lift up through that upper body. You can always send your hips right on up or find tabletop, child's pose. We'll re-sync our breath. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Moving on to our sun B here. Let's lift our right leg high. Bend your right leg. Roll it out through your hip, your knee. Keep pressing the ground away equally. We're going to find a little IT band stretch here. Reach your right leg high and then send it through towards the left hand. The side of your foot is coming onto the ground. Now, if this doesn't feel good, come right down to tabletop or runner's lunge. If you want to stay right here, please do. If you can lift your hips up higher and press into your right hand, maybe you want to take the starfish plank. And then option to lift that right foot up off the ground. There's the challenge for 3. And come down 2 and 1. Reach your right leg high. Now we're coming to low lunge. Pull that knee forward towards your nose. Reach it high. Low lunge. Pull it Let's plant your back foot. Rise on up to warrior two. Go ahead, make any adjustments you need. Looking to see that your heel and your back arch are in alignment. Tuck that tailbone right under our spine. Grow tall. Shoulders right over hips. Sometimes we come a little forward. And then I just remember, bring the back hand back a little. See if you can bend into your front knee and keep your knee over your ankle, toes and knee of the front leg face forward. And we settle in. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, extended side angle. Your front arm could reach on your forearm to leg or straighten it. Press them into one another, keeping the knee straight. Reach your fingertips up and down. More length as we press through the back heel. Straighten through the front leg, reverse triangle. If your body would prefer to keep the bend, I'm fine with that. Press your feet down and legs in together to create some more lengthening through your body. We'll move to triangle. Open the arms long. Send the tailbone back like a little tick-tock of a clock. Front arm connects to your leg. Top arm reaches higher. Maybe you can send your tailbone deeper. Right hip can come to back a little bit. Create a little more space there. Option to take any arm variation. The left arm can take a wrap. Right arm could reach forward. Both arms could reach. Option to move into half moon. I like to have a block handy for that or a book. You don't need it. And if you wanted to come into it, you launch very carefully off the back. Press your hand to the block. And reach up more than you're reaching down. Pressing the bottom of your foot towards the back wall. Then slowly you can bend into your front leg. Believe that the ground is there as we make our way back. Beautiful. Let's find our prasarada. So our toes are coming in and our heels are coming out. We'll forward fold. Let yourself use this as a little rest as you move side to side. You can make whatever sign noises you'd like here. You want to find twist, left hand to the right shin. Reach your tailbone behind you as you lengthen from your tailbone to crown. You could gaze up towards your fingers. Little stretch here. Come back to center. Over to the other side. Right hand to left leg. Reach up and lengthen, twist. Halfway lift is next. And a fold. Let's rise up, bend your legs, use that core. Beautiful work. We're going to fly next. So come back to your warrior two. Back foot on an angle. Send your knee and toes forward of the right foot. Flip your palms up. Straighten your leg. You could press into that right heel. And you work your wings. So we can fly a little. Breath is our guide. Let's come back. We're going to bring our hands to our heart. Lift your back heel as you come back to your front of your mat. Squeeze those inner thighs together. We're in Crescent Lunge. Maybe you can bend into your front leg a little bit more. If you want to bend that back leg and lift. And you're doing beautifully. Keep at it. We're going to vinyasa our way through. Bring your hands down. Send the right leg back. You can move right into plank. You can float that back leg as you move if you wanted. Your vinyasa. You choose it. You can slow down. You could take child's pose for the whole class. And just find the calm and the breath. We'll find the other side here soon. Let's meet in down dog or tabletop. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Feel that you're maybe feeling this differently than the first time. Left leg lifts. You can bend that leg. Roll out through the knee into the hip. Roll out through the ankle. Let your head be relaxed. Press into the ground. Stay long. Extend the left leg long. Inhale. And we're going to reach it through. Coming to the side of the foot. IT band stretch. Working on pressing those hips higher. Maybe move that left hand in line with your foot. Press and reach and grow. Starfish, plank. There's my face. And final challenge, only if you want to lift that front foot and leg. That's an oy vey, isn't it? Big breath in, come back down, send the left leg high, knee to nose, pulling those abs, extend high, inhale, low lunge, pull that left foot through, and turn your back foot on an angle, warrior two, stand it up, and being grateful for this energy, this sweat on our brow, our prana, life force energy, and our ability to stay calm in a challenge, choose what we need. Let's move with our warrior two, extended side angle, reach up, long line of energy. Fingers could reach straight up or come on over towards your ears or wrap. Keep pressing into the ground. Reverse triangle, straighten the front leg. Bring your back hand to your back leg. Round through the feet like your legs are scissors trying to cut a piece of paper. They're pulling inward together. And into a triangle. So open your arms. Send the hips back towards your back heel. Front arm comes down, pressing against your leg. As you press down, squeeze and lift and lengthen, we can find the power to expand. And if you like the wrap, take the wrap or an arm variation, or again, option to take half moon. Oh, I wanted to tell you that if you're practicing half moon, you can use a wall. And I happen to have a counter back here to show you. So you kind of launch onto the one leg. You can lean against the wall and feel that support. So that's a really nice way to practice half moon. To come out of it, bend into the front leg. Trust that the ground will get you there. Voila. What do we do next? Let's find our star. Open up. And we can find our goddess, horse, and star. Identify your right arm if you like a little airplane arm, eagle arm, that's eagle arm. Reach, you can always hold those shoulders and get the same beautiful stretch. And lower, a little crunch. As you exhale, shift towards those toes. Rise on up. And again, forward fold, exhale. Inhale to rise. Let's take the other side. Star, inhale. We're all made of stardust. You can grasp each shoulder, each side may be different. Or reach for that eagle arm, forward fold. Shift towards those toes. Rise up, inhale, lift your heart towards your fingers, squeezing those elbows, shoulders away from ears, even here. That's where we get the stretch. Open up. And hands to heart, we're gonna take a little balance challenge here. Lift your right heel, place it down. You can lift both heels right away if you like that idea, holding it longer. Stay alternating or lift, stay a little lower. Even if we're quivering together, we got this challenge. 3, 2, and plant those heels, burst it open, beautiful job. Warrior, well, we're gonna find our crescent lunge actually. Lift your back heel, swirl it around, walk that left foot forward, stay long, bend into your front leg, and you can bend that back knee down and up, and again, and up, reach your arms up high, hold the sunshine, keep the bend in your front leg, find your vinyasa, carefully plant your palms, step the left leg back or float it, move with your vinyasa, upward facing dog or cobra, reach up high, open those collarbones, feel free to take child's pose, reset, regain calm, and we'll come back. Where did I have us going next? I think we're going to move into some core work. Not a full set of core, those who know my class. I'm going to shorten it down a little. We'll take some boat pose together. Maybe a sip of water here will be nice. Come back to your intention and gratitude. L'chaim, skol, Zdrovia, salute. I love learning those cheers as I travel. Kampai. We're going to find boat pose, so Navasana. Your toes can stay on the ground the whole time. What's important here is that we're not slumping or drooping it into our spine. So nice and tall, shoulders pulled back and down, and a nice, like you're being pulled through the crown of your head, but shoulders are away from ears. You could lift your toes, maybe you've already done that. You can reach your arms away. You could bring your hands to your forehead, straighten your legs, wherever your challenge is. We're here for 3, quiver with me, 2, and 1, beautiful work. We can take a little forward fold if you want. Lean on a pillow, you can lean on a pillow. If it doesn't feel good in your knee or your hip, maybe open one leg, give yourself more room. And maybe that feels okay. Some people also like the support of a block under their leg. It's really nice to explore what works for your body. And we'll come to the other side. So you can extend one leg long, give yourself support, or stay cross-legged. And lean forward. And slow that breath. We're going to move to our bellies next. So carefully come to the belly as we practice strengthening the back line of our body, using our core as well. Little Cobra Pose, hands by our ribs, elbows facing back. If your toes don't make a cramp when you press into the tops of your feet where your sneakers laces would be, then press there. If you get that cramp, curl your toes under. Legs can be wider if that's better in your hips, your body. And we're lifting our upper body as if we're dragging ourselves forward. Just 10% of your weight in your hands. Some people lift up for just a second and then come back down. And then see how you can pull yourself forward and up. A little higher for 3. Press into your pelvis and feet. 2. And lower down. Turn your head to the right. Let yourself rest. Arms can come out to the side or behind you, palms up. Open your heels, maybe rock your hips side to side. Wag your doggy or kitty tail. And reclaim your breath. Slow it down. Bring your chin back to center here. We can move into floor bow right away or take this stretch. I extend one side at a time, left arm forward. I'll talk you through it. Bend your right leg. If you're able to grasp your foot, wonderful. If you have a strap, you use that, or just take another side Cobra. Kick into your hand, maybe trying to isolate this stretch to the front of our right thigh, that quad. For more sensation, if you need it, if you like it, you can come up higher and kick into that. Softening through your neck and shoulders. Or here for 3. Other side in 2. Release. Right arm can come long. Reach back with the left. See if it's working today to capture the foot. And press into your hands. See if you can feel the stretch into that left front of your thigh, the quadricep. And if you want more sensation, you can come up higher. If you want to take both feet, floor bow, we can press our feet into our hands. Relax those shoulders, your neck, and then we kick into our hands. Lift your chest. And we're here for 3 on the soft part of our bellies. Bring your legs inward. 2, lift higher, flow down. And side out. Maybe turn your head to the left this time. Giving that self time to recover. And reset. Coming back. We can slow our own heart rates. Make the next exhale longer. Next inhale longer. I also wanted to remind you, because we're going to move into dancers later, when you have that one foot, if you were to flex that bottom foot, this is the same feeling as dancers standing up. So you can remember that. As you curl that foot, you're pressing it into the ground if you're standing, and it's that same lengthening feeling here. So give your body that muscle memory, and we'll move on next to some balance. Bring your hands back towards your rib cage. Press up through tabletop. You can send your hips back for a little extended child's pose. Traditional child's pose, if you ever wanted it, your hands come by your side. And it opens up our shoulders and our upper back a little bit more. Let's find our tabletop. Shift forward. Curl those toes under. Exhale, down dog. Inhale. Exhale. Looking forward, bend your legs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And fold, and we'll rise on up. Finding some balanced postures. I'm going to start us off with eagle. So we come into chair. Remember to wiggle those toes a little, and that shifts yourself to your heels. Pull that navel in. Right arm under left arm. You can hug shoulders or wrap, double wrap. Shift to your left foot. Right leg can come up and over. Now you can make a figure 4. That feels better in your hips. Eagle is usually tighter squeezing. Option to bring your toes to a block or the ground. See if you can imagine leaning against the wall. You can take this against the wall. You really, really could. You give yourself that support. And we're here for 3. Find a focal point, 2, and unwind. Inhale, Tadasana. Exhale, hands to heart. Samasthiti. Always can have open mouth exhales to release heat. We're going to work to the other side next. So find your chair. Maybe you're wanting to lean against something. Left arm on your right. Hold shoulders. Beautiful. Or double wrap. Shift to your right leg and squeeze. Some people can make that double wrap. Their foot can come around their leg. Some people feel like opening up is better in their body. We're still working beautiful muscles, beautiful controls. We squeeze to lengthen for 3, 2, and unwind. Woo! Hands to heart. Namaste. Okay, we're going to move into tree and then into dancers. So let's find a focal point. Sometimes I use the line between the wall and the ceiling, or something that's not moving. It's called a drishti. And we grow along through our body, shift into the left foot as the right knee opens. Option to keep your foot down low on your mat near your ankle, a little higher into that calf as the calf presses into the foot. Or you could reach, and if it's available for you today, you press your foot into your inner thigh presses into your foot. It's okay if you come out of this, redo it as needed. And we can grow little branches, we can grow bigger branches to the sunlight. The buds are coming out on the trees. You can too, if you want an extra challenge, gaze upward towards the ceiling. Before moving your arms, bring your gaze back straight ahead. We're going to move into dancers if you'd like. So left arm reaches high, right elbow towards your right hip. See if you can find the inside arch of your foot. You can use a wall, kick, and remember that feeling of pressing and lengthening, kicking your foot into your hand. If you wanted to reach forward, you kick a little more into that hand and lean forward, still up for 3 and 2. We'll come out of this and let it go. And we can, again, remember to slow your own heart rate. If it's a little faster than normal, that's good. We're working up our metabolism here. Shifting to tree pose on the left. Your right leg will connect. Open that left side. You decide for you today where you want to place your foot. Find your drishti. Reach open. Expand to the sky. Feel connected with your roots. Take your expression. Be proud as we take up our space here. We're moving into dancers. Keep your right arm high. Left elbow to left hip. Reach back. Capture the inside arch. Kick into your hands. Square your hips. And remember that feeling of lengthening long. Engaging the glutes, the left glute, as you lift and kick. And we're here for 3 and 2. Bottom foot is pressing it hard. Gas pedal to speed in. We release. Again, namaste. Let's inhale Tadasana. And exhale, forward fold here. Give ourselves a little widening of our feet. And we could take Padahastasana, hands to feet pose, by sliding your whole hand underneath. If you prefer grabbing your big toes, you could take your 2 peace fingers and put them in between your big toe and the others. The thumb wraps around your big toe, completing the circle. Some people like yogi squats here, and you could lean on a block as well, or a book, or a pillow, or something. if that feels more supportive to your body. Heels can be lifted in yogi squat. Some people can bring their feet all the way down. Depends how bendy you feel today. And wherever you are, that circular breath can guide us through. If anyone wants to move into crow pose, you could practice that here. I'll turn this way. It's an arm balance. You place your palms down, bring your knees to the back of your triceps, looking forward. Some people like to even have a little block here if they're worried about crashing. But your hands are brakes. So as you shift forward, maybe your toes lift. And know that your hands will press you back, always. So you find that setup. And if you're worried, that block can bring you a little support. And then you can squeeze everything in, cat your back, and hold it for a few breaths. And we feel hopefully playful. We'll roll out your wrists. That's a lot for the wrists. Where are we going to go next? Let's come on down to the mat. We'll take some spine twists. Now, left leg long, cross the right leg up and over. You can stay long like this. You could bend your front leg in if you're feeling warmed up enough. And it feels all right. Long spine. And we breathe. Now let's bring our right arm behind us. Left arm presses into our leg. Pull the navel in, lengthen and twist. Maybe looking out over your right shoulder. Another breath in. And a breath out. Come back to center. A little counter twist. Bring both hands over to the left. And just let yourself stretch out here. Come back up. And we'll switch out our legs. The right leg can be long as the left leg crosses over. Find your sitting bones and stay proudly here. Let's see if it feels okay to still find those sitting bones. Bending the leg you can. Lift and lengthen. Ground is supporting you as you reach away. Left hand reaches behind you. You can always go to a block if it feels better. Bring your right arm and press. Lift and twist. Gazing out over the left shoulder. And we breathe. And coming back to center. And we can bring our hands over to the left. Bend your arms as you take a little counter stretch. Rising on up. We'll bring both legs in front of us for a little Paschimottanasana. I'll move this way. You can move your cushions off the couch a little bit. Rearrange them. Sitting up tall, reach your arms up with an inhale. Legs can be open, legs can be bent. Forward fold. If you're super bendy, you can reach beyond your feet. If it feels like this shin is a better place to be, you listen to your body. You can tuck your chin and round. Inhale, find some length, more forward than down. Exhale, soften and release. You can feel this in your hamstrings if you want your legs straight. You could feel it more in your back if you bend your legs. So explore. Remember, we're being curious. Where do we want to make spaces? Where can we comfortably make spaces? And what can we let go of? We'll rise up slowly. And we'll come on down to our back. Your choice. If you want to use a little momentum, you can hold behind your legs, press your legs into your hands, round down, or you could do it the slow, careful Pilates way. Bridge pose, place your feet down, shin your shoulders together, lifting up through your heart, and then reconnect down. Lift your hips, shift forward, bring your weight towards your toes a little. Squeeze those glutes. You don't have to lift very high, even if you were to put your fists under your hips. It's just lifting away a little bit. Squeeze like you have a block in between your thighs. And you can lower down and come back up. If you want to add on an extra challenge, another layer, press into your left foot, extend the right leg long, and keep your hips level, your knees level. For 3, 2, and 1. Plant your right foot and switch it out. Press and lengthen. Now you could just be taking bridge here. Beautiful strengthening for 3, 2, and 1. Bend. Lift, baby. Bring your arms overhead. Stretch. And bend. Lower down. Bring your arms back. You can take a modified half pigeon since you're on your back here. But if you love half pigeon, you can also find your half pigeon. Maybe you roll up. You can keep your right shin as parallel as you can today. Back leg long. Sometimes a block or a book underneath that right leg gives yourself some support. These back toes are nice and straight in line. Sometimes that foot is bent. So lengthen there. And you don't have to be all the way down on the ground. You can stay up very high here and get that stretch. If you like to come down, let your third eye rest maybe into your fingers or the mat. If you make it all the way down there, a pillow or a block. And we can just find that surrender. And find kindness. If it's not feeling comfortable, move right back to this gentler stretch. You could hold behind your leg, reach through, or just stay down. All good. Let's switch it out. If you're in half pigeon on the ground, you might want to come through down dog. Lift that right leg high and then lift the left. Come back to down dog, lift the left leg high and pull it through. Set up your half pigeon. If you're on your back, just bring that left leg over and play with where your hips get a nice stretch. So glad you're here with me today. Happy Saturday morning, Easter if you're celebrating it, Passover. What a year, huh? As we find all these new normals, virtual yoga classes, I'm here learning new things right alongside you. And we'll take another few breaths at the bottom of your third exhale. We'll come out and then make our way to our backs if you're not on there. Happy baby might feel like a nice place to move. We can end with a spinal twist. Bring your right leg in, send your left leg long. If there are other postures you want to take, you can move into them. Plow pose, shoulder stand, that kind of thing. You can do it. Spinal twist, shoulders stay on the ground. Your head can turn the opposite direction. Come back to center. Switch out your sides. Left leg hugs in. Right leg extends. Guide that left leg over. And turn your head to the left. Where can we let go, surrender, and soften? Releasing our grasp of things we don't need to hold on to. The way we talk to ourselves really does matter. Coming to kindness and compassion, back to center. Give yourself a little hug, a cosmic egg, fill up with breath. When you can't get more fresh breath in, release yourself, make yourself comfortable in a shavasana. Maybe you want a pillow under your head or under your legs here. And let yourself find that beautiful stillness. Scan your body, wiggle your fingers and toes, just let them relax. Sigh it out. Taking this time, a few minutes here. Let yourself find that stillness, the inner sanctuary where you can be you, shining bright. I opened my little book here of bliss balm. Sorry, those were my glasses. Little bliss balm messages for you. Sometimes all it takes is a subtle shift in perspective, an opening of the mind, an intentional pause and reset, or a new route to start to see new options and new possibilities. Got a lot of resetting going on here in our world. And for a seed to achieve its greatest expression, it must completely come undone. The shell cracks, its insides come out, and everything changes. To someone who doesn't understand growth, it would look like complete destruction. Slowly coming back into your space here if you're ready to begin your day. Wiggle your fingers, your toes, head side to side, stretch out long. Grateful for this time we got to spend together, this time you got to tune in to you, finding your own expressions, your breath to guide you through, knowing that everything has a beginning, a middle, and an end. This will too. Coming to a fetal position. New beginning right here. Each breath in is a new beginning for the yogi. Slowly sit up, keeping your eyes closed. Hands can come together to our hearts, sealing in the beautiful things all around us, this beautiful practice, all that we are, all that we have, so much still to be grateful for. Find the little things, seeing it in a new way, new perspective. Thumbs to third eye, sending you all an abundance of love and kindness and balance and perseverance. We can bow forward together and say, Namaste. Have a lovely, lovely day. Make sure you let me know your feedback if you have any. I'm happy to answer any questions or explain. Sending you all so much love. Happy Saturday or whenever day you're watching this. Mwah.